will screw up and put his head in wrong. You're supposed to put that in first. Hey guys, Not So Average Builder, back at it again. Today, we're doing something a little different. Sorry if I sound a little off, I think I might be catching a cold. But we're going to dabble in Warhammer 40k. Never done it before, so I figured I would visit my local Warhammer store today, and I picked this thing up. This was relatively inexpensive. This was $8. It came with one Ultramarine and the rule book or guidebook on painting and all of those things. Tells you all about what Warhammer 40k is. So there is a ton of stuff that you can do with these things. But first and foremost, it shows you how to assemble it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy off the sprue, or off the tree, the runner, whatever you call it, and we're going to build it real quick, and we'll talk about it. So when we come back, I will start the building process. And it's done. Well, the denubbing anyway. Now I get to use the new sandy bits. And we're going to... I'm going to start with medium, because I don't want to wreck the plastic. So everything has been denubbed, it has been sanded, and you can't even tell that there were nubs there. So that's a plus. But let's get to building. So the only thing you'll need for this is the extra fine cement from Tamiya. You don't actually need it, but it does make things easier. Move my stuff out of the way. So this is an easy build. It's got the pegs that you just insert. It's very simple to do. It's just that. So to start off with, we're going to put the back on the dude, and we're simply just gonna run the cement just like you would plastic weld. Put them in there and just kind of run along the seams. Be careful not to get anywhere else other than where you want it, otherwise it will start to melt the plastic. So we'll go and grab this piece. And now this has had a few minutes to dry, just insert the pegs and squeeze. And then you just run the cement along the seams. And it'll flow in there. Give it a good little squish. And hold it for a couple of seconds. And what you're seeing coming out isn't the glue, it's the plastic. It's actually melting and making this one solid piece. That's not bad for my first one, so I'll just leave it. Now, you've got one arm that goes in a certain way. Oh no, it will. You can rotate it. So I think I'm going to leave this arm kind of loose, just to make things easier. However, this arm goes in, and it lines up with this. But I think for ease of painting, I'm going to leave the arms off, just to make things easier. Or actually, you know what? I'll just stick them in. I won't glue them in just yet, just to show you. But I am going to glue him to the base. And then the backpack will go on as such, and then last but not least, we'll screw up and put his head in wrong. You're supposed to put that in first. Uh-oh. You just snip that off. But when all else fails, maybe I should read the instructions. And there you go. Then the last thing we have to do will be to affix him to the base. And to do that, we will go ahead and stick him in, go from underneath, and just feed in the glue. And the beautiful part about this stuff is it will literally flow into the joints and melt all of the plastic. And just to make sure he's not going to go anywhere, you can kind of feed it underneath there. Just to make sure. And there you have it. You have yourself one ultramarine. Unpainted, of course, but that's it. Now, as I learned today, Warhammer is not cheap by any means, but these things are neat. Not so much for the building, but more for the painting aspect. So if you are wanting to get into model building just for the building and you don't really care about the painting, these miniature tabletop stuff is not for you. So you will definitely want to stick with Gunpla or other things. But I think these things are going to be a lot of fun to paint, to weather, to beat up. And like I said, I'm not going to play, but I think this will be a lot of fun. So that's all for now, guys. I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.